Hello, Janesville, and welcome back to Park Place Views, the monthly program that aims to keep Janesville residents informed by highlighting the people, places, and partners of the City of Janesville. As always, this program is brought to you by the City of Janesville and JATV Media Services. I'm your host, Amanda Gilbert, the Communications Specialist in the City Manager's Office. In last month's episode, we sat down with the Janesville Police Department's K-9 unit. We chatted with Officer Kinsella and Detective Winarski about the dogs and the benefits of having a K-9 unit in Janesville. Today, I'm looking forward to being joined by Janesville Transit Director Rebecca Smith. Janesville Transit had a very exciting 2024 that included a rebrand and an increase in ridership. Thank you so much for joining us today, Becca.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited. Before we jump into things, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. I've worked for the city coming up on 22 years this summer. I spent 10 years working at City Hall in the City Manager's Office before I went to Janesville Transit, first as Assistant Director and now as Transit Director.
Awesome. For those of our viewers who may not know much about Janesville Transit, can you give us a rundown about what it is and how it operates?
Sure. So Janesville Transit is what we refer to as a small urban public transportation company. We are owned and operated by the City of Janesville. We provide public bus transportation to anyone in need of a ride Monday through Saturday. We also have evening transit hours Monday through Friday. Before and after school, we deploy additional buses to help with that peak transit ridership load before and after school when we have lots of middle and high school students on the move. And we also have paratransit services that we provide in accordance with federal regulations.
So you guys are really moving around all the time.
Yes, we have routes on all portions of the city, south side, north side, east, west side. We serve all of the major medical institutions in town, the middle and high schools, major points of commercial interest, shopping, restaurants. All of the municipal and county level government buildings are on city bus routes. So pretty much wherever you need to go in Janesville, we can get you there.
And for people wanting to go somewhere in Janesville, is it as easy as just showing up to a bus stop?
Yeah, pretty much. So all of our bus routes are signed with official stops with a bus stop sign. Some of our stops also have a passenger shelter or a bench, but the vast majority are signed with a sign. And individuals just need to stand by the side or stand by the sign. And then when you see the bus coming, just give a wave or make eye contact with the driver to let the driver know you'd like to board. The bus will stop and you're able to board, pay your fare, and be on your way.
Super easy peasy.
Yes.
Well, speaking of paying your fare, how much does it cost per ride and what sort of payment methods are accepted?
Sure. So a base in-city fare is $1.50. That includes one immediate transfer. So for example, maybe you board the bus near your home, you take the bus downtown, and then you transfer to another route. That all can be done under one fare of $1.50. If an individual is age 65 or older, or has a verified disability, or is a Medicare card holder, then those individuals can ride for what we refer to as half fare. So instead of paying that $1.50, they pay 75 cents for that ride and one immediate transfer.
Nice. And approved payment methods, cash, card?
Yes, so cash is always available to pay on the bus. We do not provide change, however. So if you show up with $2, we're not able to give you that 50-cent change. So you always want to bring exact fare if you're paying in cash. We also offer our app, which allows individuals to pay via credit or debit card. And then we also have a smart card where you can load it online, or you can bring cash to a municipal facility and get the funds loaded to your account.
That's awesome. I didn't include any questions about the My JTS app when I was prepping this, but I want to cover it since you brought it up.
Yeah.
How can folks get it? What can they use on it? What's included when people download it?
Sure. So with MyJTS, we're very proud to offer our electronic fare box system named MyJTS. Individuals with smartphones can download the app by searching for the term MyJTS, one word, and then register for an account. You're able to load funds. So if you maybe want to add $10 and then have the rides tick off as you use them, you can do that. Or perhaps you wish to purchase a bulk of rides at one time for a discount. So for example, an individual could pay $12 and get 10 rides, which is a little bit of savings in comparison to paying the cash fare. We also offer day passes and monthly passes in the app. And individuals who are eligible for that half fare simply contact the office and we can get their account designated as half fare so that when they go to purchase materials, only those half fare discounted ride choices are available. So they always can get that discounted price.
Oh, nice. So super hassle-free. Just give you guys a call and you'll take care of them.
Yep. And we can also help people in person at our transit office at the Transfer Center downtown or at our office on Blackbridge Road.
Awesome. What sort of amenities do the buses in Janesville provide?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, all of our buses are fully accessible for individuals that have disabilities. So we can accommodate people who use wheelchairs or scooters or walkers or canes or anything else that they might need to assist them. The buses do kneel, so anyone that doesn't want to climb that initial step, we can kneel the bus so it's lower. And the buses also have ramps, so if you are not able to take any steps, you just ask the driver, can I use the ramp? They deploy the ramp and you can walk right on. All the buses are 2019 or newer, so we're very proud of our fleet of transit vehicles. All buses are cleaned and sanitized daily with extra air filtration systems on board. The buses are air conditioned and heated as time of year is needed. And I think you board a bus, you'd be very surprised on how clean and nice it is.
Yeah, I would agree. I think there's a wrongful stigma that transit is a dirty option, but it's not, especially not in the city of Janesville. You pop on a bus and you're well taken care of, you're comfortable, you're safe, and you have all those additional amenities that you just talked about.
Yes, you know, our whole business at JT is providing safe, reliable, and courteous transportation. When I have someone board our bus for the first time, I want them to feel welcomed, I want them to feel safe, and I want them to know that if they have any questions about their ride or any concerns, that bus driver can assist them, or they're always able to call the office if they have questions.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned discounted rides for senior citizens in the area.
Yes.
Do you offer any other additional discounts or maybe free rides to people?
Sure. So individuals, kids that are age 4 and younger are able to travel with a fare-paying rider for free. So our littlest riders get to ride for free. Students that are in middle and high school get to ride fare-free. That doesn't mean their rides are free. It just means that those families don't have to pay directly. Janesville Transit has an agreement with the school district where the district pays JT directly for the local share necessary to operate our before and after school transportation routes. And with that funding, all middle and high school students are able to use the city buses anytime we're operating for any purpose. So that means students could stay after school for an activity, come to the library, maybe get a job, go do something fun on a Saturday and not have to worry about paying that fare. JT is made whole for those rides from the school district directly. And we've seen a very significant increase in ridership, more than 220% in comparison to before we had this program in place related to student ridership. So that's been really exciting.
That's incredible. Yep. And I would say it's a dual purpose boost, because I have heard too that attendance within the Janesville School District has gone up since implementing this partnership?
Yes. One of the goals of the program, and I think one of the reasons why the district approached us about this partnership, was to reduce the truancy rate at the schools. And I have heard anecdotally from persons associated with the district that they're hearing about students getting to get jobs for the first time because they have reliable transportation to and from, getting to school on time, not having a reason to miss an activity or special event because they can rely on the city bus to get to and from. So it's really been a very, very positive, and it's also kind of exciting to introduce and encourage young riders of the city buses, because then as they get older, they know that it's a good option for themselves and their families.
Absolutely. Changing that stigma from a young age is huge.
Yes.
We mentioned earlier at the start of this program that Janesville Transit recently went a rebranding redesign project. Can you tell us about how that went and what that all entailed?
Yeah, we were really excited to take advantage of a grant opportunity through the federal BIL funding that became available to municipalities. We were able to undertake a rebranding of JT using a marketing consultant, and all of the cost associated with that consultant contract was 100% paid with federal funds. So that was really exciting and not something that we normally have the ability to do. You know, since 2019, we've implemented new buses, we've received new fare boxes, we offer so much more online technology. We're in the midst of replacing our automatic vehicle location program and an app so people know where the buses are before it arrives. We've just really made a lot of changes and improvements focused on customers, and we felt being able to rebrand our name and logo to kind of reflect that future thinking that we have done was something we really wanted to do. And we were able to accomplish that using a small team work group while also obtaining feedback from the public and business owners and working with consultants who do this as their living.
And as the redesign gets put into place, are we looking at different designs on the bus, different designs on maybe like a route guide type of thing?
Yes. So as we replace our city buses, we will implement the updated design on the bus. So the city tree with JTS in it, we'll be moving away from that design and using our new one. With the cost and expense of painting, we wouldn't be replacing any of that design on current buses unless there was a reason to repaint. But as we update our materials, our brochures, we'll be transitioning everything over to our new brand. I would anticipate by second quarter 2026, we would have all of our public-facing materials changed over. It just kind of depends on how fast we use up materials. We don't want to just throw away a lot of something just because it has a different logo.
Right. Why, you mentioned a little bit about trying to like modernize and get with the new times in this rebrand. Yeah. Is that really what this rebranding project came down to, is just trying to elevate Janesville Transit?
So, you know, it was a combination of things. We wanted to elevate the design and really show that modern and focused on the future ideals of Janesville Transit. We also wanted to make our brand and our community feel more welcomed and by the transit system. And I think having an updated design kind of piques that interest. Anytime we're able to encourage new people to ride the bus or ride the bus more frequently, of course that improves our ridership, which is something we always wish to do. You know, it costs the same if there's 20 people on the bus or 25 people on the bus to have that bus get through town. And so we always want as many people as possible to take advantage of our services. And having things like an app or our updated brand or a welcoming environment on the bus are all things we can do to make our service as appealing as possible to the residents of Janesville.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned that you saw a 200% increase in ridership. That is incredible. How many rides were taken on Janesville Transit this year?
Sure. So related to the 200% increase, that was specific to our middle and high school ridership before and after school. But overall, Janesville Transit provided 402,008 rides in 2024. So we are very proud of that number. That represents a little over a 1% increase in comparison to 2023 and brings us to about 75% of our pre-pandemic level ridership. Transit systems across the country have been working really hard to gain back all of that ridership that we lost as the pandemic took its toll in communities around this country. And so to be at the 75% level, we're very happy about. And having things like the nice buses and the app and the vehicle location, having those services available just continues working in our favor to garner those rides back.
You mentioned all those things. Have you seen a pattern, or is it associated maybe with a certain route or a certain time of day? What is it looking like as the ridership increases?
Sure. Areas for 2024 that we noticed that experienced the most gain was our evening transit services. So from 6:15 to 10:15 in the evening, individuals can ride our city buses. We offer 3 routes in the evening instead of the 7 we have during the day, covering east, west, and then our commercial northeast side. And we've seen increases in those, particularly students enjoying that opportunity to travel in the evening time. And we've also experienced significant before and after school transportation increases. It's not unusual at all to have a bus leaving Parker or Franklin High School, or Parker High School or Franklin Middle School with 45 to 50 kids on a bus. So it's really exciting to know that we're providing a service that's really desired.
Yeah, that is super exciting. Speaking of another service that you could provide that is not only desired, but I think is so impactful on our community, is the paratransit service. And for our viewers who might not know, can you tell us about what that is and why it's so important to the community?
Oh, absolutely. So paratransit service is a required element of a public transportation organization that receives federal funding. And so for individuals that cannot use the city buses to get around town, perhaps because of a very significant disability or maybe a learning condition or something that they're experiencing physically or mentally, we have what's called paratransit. And paratransit is smaller vehicles like minivans or minibuses, kind of like shuttle buses you might see at a hotel or like at an airport. That provides that door-to-door service. So if an individual can't walk the 2 blocks to the bus stop, or an individual is undergoing dialysis and needs pickup and drop off at the dialysis center, as an example, those are services that the city provides through our paratransit program. Janesville Transit contracts with Rock County, so the minibuses owned by Rock County Council on Aging and Department of Human Services, Rock County Transportation, those vehicles you see around town many times are also transporting Janesville paratransit riders.
That's awesome. And it's such a huge service to the community, especially for those folks who need it
Right.
Within Janesville and Rock County.
Absolutely.
I think another program folks might not know about is the Beloit-Janesville Express. Can you tell us about that and how this program works?
Oh, absolutely. So for more than 30 years, Janesville and the city of Beloit have partnered to jointly operate the Beloit-Janesville Express, or as we call it, the BJE. So between the two communities, we offer 12 round trips between downtown Janesville Transfer Center to Beloit Transfer Center, and then also to the north side of town by the Rock County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Facility. This route is sponsored by the cities as well as involved partners. So we have sponsors from places like Black Hawk Technical College, Rock Valley Community Programs, City of Beloit, City of Janesville, Rock County, Industries for the Blind that help pay for that route, but it is open to all community members. There'll be times when you're in Janesville and you'll see that blue Beloit bus tooling around town, or sometimes you'll see the green Janesville bus in Beloit, and that's the BJE route. And what's nice is from the transfer points in each community, anyone can then use the full transit systems in Beloit or Janesville. So it's a really nice way for individuals to get around.
Yeah, that's fantastic, because I think a lot of times people think Beloit and Janesville are so far away, but we're also connected, and you could live in Beloit, work in Janesville, and this is a great opportunity to get to and from those places.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I want to shift gears here now a little bit, Becca.
Yeah.
You have been with the City of Janesville for a number of years, and you've been transit director for a number of years as well now. What do you find is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh gosh, I'm just such a proud and city employee. Working for the City of Janesville has been a joy of my life. I just knew from a young age that I wanted to work in municipal government, and Janesville is really the place to be. We are such a well-respected community, a professional government, and working here is really a dream for me. What I enjoy most in my work at transit is really knowing that the services we provide every day really are positively affecting people's lives. You know, JT is all about that independence, that freedom, that accessibility. A person doesn't have to ask for a ride or only do something if someone else is available. If they don't have a car or they're not able to drive, they can use JT and go wherever they need to on their own schedule, on their own time. And so on those hard days or the frustrating days, you know, I think about and I remind myself of the mission of Janesville Transit and the hard work of our bus drivers and mechanics and support staff and supervisors to provide that best, safe, reliable, high-quality ride. And it kind of gives me that oomph I need to keep going and wanting to just continually improve JT.
That's a great answer, and we can definitely roll it into this next question and use it as a pitch of sorts, because I know that Janesville Transit is always looking to hire bus drivers.
Yes.
And we're actually hiring full and part-time bus drivers right now.
Yes.
What qualifications do folks need, and how can they apply?
Sure. So the most important quality of a good bus driver is someone that has customer service experience and a heart for service, first and foremost. If someone doesn't have general reservations about driving a large size vehicle, if they have a general mechanical aptitude, we can train them on everything they need to know about driving a commercial vehicle. We can train them on our fare box, we can train them on the state and federal regulations we have to follow, but finding people that have that heart for service, that are friendly, that are kind, that want to be of service to others are really the qualities we're looking for. All individuals interested in employment with the city, including Janesville Transit, can visit the city website and click the Jobs or Careers tab and see all the available jobs and apply online. Janesville offers a comprehensive benefit package, Wisconsin retirement system eligible, a good wage, a really nice working environment with a beautiful operation and maintenance facility and a very nice transfer center downtown for our riders, a high quality fleet of vehicles, and coworkers that do truly care about helping the residents of Janesville. So I can't recommend enough being a city employee, and certainly I welcome anyone to consider joining my JT team.
Yeah, it's a great gig. You work with great people like Becca and the other Janesville Transit staff. So you want to visit janesvillewi.gov/jobs if you're interested in applying. We are almost out of time today, Becca, but before I let you go, if folks have additional questions or would like some more information, how can they get in contact with you?
Oh, absolutely. We always encourage everyone to visit our website, janesvilletransit.com. It has all of our public materials on it, information about all the different services we have, our applications, and any information you might need about the system. And then if anyone has any other questions or aren't quite sure about using the website, always feel free to give us a call, 608-755-3150. Our true whole mission is to serve others and to be what the residents of Janesville need. So we're always happy to take your phone call.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Becca.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Janesville Transit had a phenomenal 2024, and on behalf of myself and all the viewers, we're so excited to see what 2025 brings.
Thank you.
Yeah. And speaking of our viewers, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today and for all you do to help make Janesville a vibrant and diverse community to discover life's opportunities. I invite you to stay connected with the city by following us on Facebook, X, and Instagram, signing up for notifications from the JPD via the Nixle app, and signing up to receive city press releases by visiting janesvillewi.gov/email lists. For Park Place Views and the City of Janesville, I'm Amanda Gilbert. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next month.